I know Bob Stein for many, many years, more years than I'd like to actually recall. I had approached Bob about working with New Americans, with refugees through the International Institute. And at the time, Bob was involved rather frequently with the Boys Club here in St. Louis. Much to my surprise and my joy, he fell in love with the people and with the mission, what he's done, and because of his actions, he's being rewarded for that, and very appropriately so.
I spent most of my volunteer time at the International Institute of St. Louis, and I've had a number of jobs there. I started out as a home visitor. When refugees or immigrants, but for the most part refugees, come to this country, they are at a total loss. So it's spending time with them, usually an hour a week for 4 or 5 weeks, in introducing them to the U.S., their neighborhood, what to do if something goes wrong, how to get help, how to get to a bus, grocery shopping, all kinds of things that we take for granted. So I'm also involved with Boys and Girls Clubs of St. Louis, which a friend of mine introduced me to a few years ago. And I am a mentor for a couple of great young men. My objective there is for them to understand that there's a big, huge world out there, that what goes on in other parts of the world affects them and will affect them more as the world becomes even more transparent. I've been volunteering for almost as long as I can remember. I was a volunteer at the Jewish Community Center in Vancouver, which is my hometown. When I moved away from Vancouver and went to New York City, somebody recommended that I go and become a big brother. Fast forward to 2018, he's older, he's in his 50s, and he still considers himself to be my little brother. It is one of the most satisfying things for me to look at his success. A kid coming out of a really tough neighborhood in New York and making it. There are a lot of things that need to be done, and there are never enough people to do them. I'm not a professional. I'm not a social worker, nor am I a teacher, but as I said, I'm a father and I'm a human being, so